Selamat pagi kepada semua warga UUM, khususnya kepada pelajar kita di mana saja anda berada. Wah, aku dah jadi DJ mak. Ni dah lah, cara ni dah berbusing dah. Aku dah DJ.
Then since we have international audience as well, okay, like 64.
You boleh interject. You boleh interject.
Okay, since we have international audience, so we will proceed this bilingual lah, mostly in English.
Yeah. Bagus. Kita dah ada satu lagi cover boy.
Interact kan? Interact. Aku dah interact, dia bos. Okay, selamat pagi Malaysia.
Tak, kita tak ada moderator masalahnya. Kalau ada moderator.
Sebagai moderator lah.
Okay.
Okay, so jadi moderator, I menjadi moderator.
Wow, good luck, Syah.
Tutup pintu please. Tak boleh distraction. Tutup pintu.
Your phone kat mana?
My phone dengan
Jauh kan?
Isma.
Okay.
Silent phone. Yang ini kunci terus sebab dia ada i-ok. Nah, ni okey belah ni pula. Tak, design baju ni macam kita terbelah-belah badan ni. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera kepada semua warga UUM, khususnya kepada pelajar UUM di mana saja anda berada. Pada hari ini kami akan membuat perkongsian berkenaan dengan hal ehwal praktikum dan juga mesej penting daripada pengarah CYC sendiri. Mungkin saya Syahrina dan ini adalah Dr. Helmi.
Okey, berikut adalah mesej daripada Direktur kami, Profesor Maria Dr. Malin Marisa Malik. Okay. To all our UUM practicum students who are currently undergoing their internships, please adhere to the directive from your respective organizations that you are currently attached, be it working from home, working shifts, unpaid leave, and etc. You will not have to replace the days that you are not in the office due to COVID-19. All submissions of practicum report to your UUM supervisors and any other documents related to practicum should be submitted online. Dates of report submission, marks transmission, and end of practicum will remain the same. Most importantly, stay safe and take care.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mi. So today, what we are going to do is we're going to continue bilingual. Mostly is in English because we have international students as an audience for today. Basically, even though the situation now does not, we are in the midst of COVID-19 and the restrictions and all that, but then the process continues. This is one way of us, sharing with students, be in touch with students. So first of all, we are actually not only targeting to students going for internship semester 201, it is also for semester 202 going in February. Alright. So for 201 sessions, which is September, the first filter that we look at in our systems, we have 969 students. That inclusive of 904 local students and 64 international students, right?
Yes. Yes.
So these students are by right, in academic sessions, they should be going for their internship starting September. Here I would like to share some of the names, the key people that supporting CYC and also internship processes. We have Puan Nur Najah Muhammad Saleh, who's looking at banking, accounting, finance as well as technology management. And we have Cik Noriza Hashim, who's supporting us to look into students under program Science Economic, Risk Management and Insurance, Logistics and Transformation, Muamalat, Islamic Finance and Banking, as well as Business Administration. And then we have Nur Hamiza Hashim. She will be assisting students under program Marketing, Entrepreneurship, Accounting, HRM, Agri Management, as well as Operation Management. And we have Nur Hashimah Hussein, who's looking into IT students, helping IT students, creativity industries, and also management. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have Encik Amirul Naim Nazari, who is in charge of social work management, communication, decision science, science in multimedia, industrial statistics, business mathematics, and also media technology. And we have Puan Liza Yati Abu Hassan, in charge of public management, hospitality management, event management, tourism management, and international business management. And Encik Nik Muhammad Zulfazli Nik Zahari is in charge of international affairs management and also development management. And finally, Puan Noriza Muhammad Yusof is in charge of overseas internship.
Meaning for local students, who would like to get the opportunity or to apply, they can see Puan Noriza to those who are going there. Let's go into the eligibility, because you see, practicum students, they need to comply into certain regulations, and we have 4 filters. And the first filters, we are looking at the total credit hours. So the first filter, students, we actually filter the students who have more than 90 credits, cannot be less than 90 credits, and the total debts can, for local, it cannot be more than 1,500, and for international student 100 ringgit Malaysia. And for the second filter, we're going to focus into total credit hours. So students need to have more than 97 credit hours. For second filter, the eligibility, we are not going to look at debts, but for the third filter, we have to make sure that the student have 0 debts, regardless of local or international. Yeah, and finally, the fourth eligibility, the fourth filter, we would like to is actually emphasize on student who has to retake or receipt any papers. So at this stage, students are if let's say they have to receipt or they have to retake any papers, they can still go if they wish to go and then come back and complete the whatever pending on their side. Okay. These are the important dates. Maybe Cik Mi, you want to share with the students about the important dates for the coming September internship sessions?
Yes, as you can see on the screens here, there are many important dates that you must be aware of for the following semester for A201 students. Okay, the first one, the placement nomination by student will begin tomorrow, 18th of March 2020. So it will start tomorrow. You may actually start looking out for organizations in your portal. All right, we're going to look into the details later. All right, the next one is for you to, once you have looked into organizations, you may actually change organizations, but you must do that before 20th August of 2020. All right, that will be a month, okay, before you report for duty. And in the light blue boxes there, you can see important dates for practicum duration for 4 months. It will begin on 21st September 2020, and then it will end on 20th January 2021. And for 6 months duration, you have to report duty on the same day with 4 months, 21st September 2020, and then it will end on 22nd March 2021. And for those sitting for special examinations or replacement examinations, okay, the dates will remain the same.
Yeah. All right. Once you report duty on the 21st of September, students are given 2 weeks to actually fill up a report duty form, which is available at CYC website. And the last date to do so is actually on the 5th of October 2020. And then of course, once you report duty and in certain circumstances or situation that you need, you have no choice that you need to change a new organisation, you can do so, which is by 20th of October. And then of course, in the meantime, by starting on 20th of October itself, there will be a visiting supervisors. This is subjected to programs, not all programs. There will have visiting supervisors.
Okay, then then you have to submit practicum reports. Okay, this will go via your reporting supervisors. Okay, and this has to be done by 2nd February 2020 for 4 months duration, and for 6 months duration it will be on 5th April 2021.
Yes.
And you may also apply for TL or tidak lengkap. Okay, this is for those who think that you cannot complete the practicum. So you may do so by 27th of January 2021 for 4 months duration. And for 6 months duration, it will be on 29th March 2021.
But for this thing, Cik Mi, we have to make sure that the student have really valid reason why that they cannot comply to submit on time. It cannot be any reasons. It need to be really severe cases lah. And it is subjected to case by case. You have to get an approval, and you have to write to our directors of CYC. Next is I would like to bring you to a journey of step-by-step guidelines on nomination for practical placements. You see, the last 2 semesters as UIC have actually implemented, we try to empower students to find places on their own, and we allowed them to actually apply 3 at a time. They can print out the letter, they can communicate to the company. So let's go to step by step. Right, this information, don't worry that this information will be shared in our in our website as well. So the first step is that important that for all the students who are eligible, for all the students to check their eligibility first. So you must, when you open your portal, go to practicum eligibility status. Once you click there, you will know that you are not eligible or you're eligible. If you are not, get in touch with us. So at this point of time, don't call us. You can email us. We will be in touch with you. So I'll share with you the email addresses towards the end.
Yes.
Okay. Once you're eligible, what actually happened? So at this point of time, what you can do is you can check the company. Go to icon list of organisation. You can search. You can you can choose according to your preferences by country, by city, organizations. You can actually choose, because we know that through our experience that most students wanted to be close to their family. So this is how students manage their own choice and also selections. So you can see here that students can actually apply 3 at a time. They can choose. Okay, and for each letter, it will consist 2 weeks of duration. So immediately when you have this, when you have done and complete this, you make sure that you send to the companies together with the feedback form. I will show you how. Okay, the next step. Okay, once you have key in all the 3 companies, you will have this in your portal. It will appear. It will be shown this way, where you can see on the right hand side. There's an icon of. You can see there's a icon of printer and print also button. Upload. There's a print button. So if you need that letter, of course you need to print. And before you submit, and once you print, you click the print button, it will appear this way. You have to key in yourself who you address with, because when the student communicate to call the organizations, definitely they know who to address to. They seek advice from the HR department, for example. So they said, okay, you can address to CEO and attention to me, for example. So you can do so. So this, once you print that letter, of course there's a second step where you have to print the feedback form. Okay, but you some companies, like especially JLCs and MNCs, they prefer to send their own offer letter. So actually the feedback form is an alternative lah for the company. If the company wish to they wish to use their own offer letter, that will be okay. What the student will do is they can just upload their offer letter at the upload button. Okay, once you upload your offer letter, okay, an email, notification email will automatically send to us, to the respective person in charge that I mentioned earlier. So they will take an action after that, which they will prepare a confirmation letter, and email will be sent to you. Yeah, so that is the straightforward process. But what happen if there's none of the company that you select is not in the system? What will happen, Cik Mi? So the student will have to email to us and then send together with the company profile,
Yes.
yeah, and then we will review it. And then we will approve. Once approved, that means we will inform back to the students that the name is available in the database already, and they can start their process. And also, what will happen? We have tons of questions that students ask. What happen if I want to wait until all three? Not one, or maybe I do not want to wait to wait all three. I just want to choose which one comes first. Okay, it's all entirely up to the students, but you just have to be careful on the last date, because after that it will be another how to say, implications, like for example, we have processing fee,
Yes,
after the date. So any decisions that you want to make, it cannot be from the date stated.
If you notice that we have status confirmed here, make sure it's still no. If it is yes, and then you have there will be like your application. If you want to change organizations, it will be subject to certain processing fee.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure it's still no. Once it is yes, and then you have to go through another application, special application
after the dates.
Yes.
After the dates. So take note on the dates that we shared earlier. Okay. So this is one of the example. Yeah.
Yes.
So when there is a practicum status yes, meaning you confirm.
Yes.
Okay, we accept it as that you have made the decisions. But if let's say there's 2 yeses, what happens? So our PIC, our person in charge, our staff, we will call you up and we will ask you which one that you choose before we come up with the confirmation letter. Okay.
So you have to make up your mind.
Yeah, you have to make up your mind.
You want to choose.
Yeah. So this, this is how it looks when everything is complete and it is confirmed. Okay. So
yes, once you have reported for duty, okay, you must fill in your portal again, right? The company supervisor details and upload the report duty form. Okay, and this must be done within 2 weeks after you report for duty. Okay, you can do this in the placement details there. Click placement details and fill in all the company supervisor details, and also upload your report duty form and click the save button as appear in the screen now.
Where do you get the form? It is actually in the CYC website.
Yes.
From the CYC website, you go to the area where mention students. You can actually get the form. So once you fill up, because you got to print out the report duty form, because you need to have a chop and sign from the employer. Then only you upload. Okay.
And if you face difficulties uploading in the system, you may also email us.
Yes,
right?
that's also an alternative, because there are times we face that problem. Where portal is not working.
Yes.
So we have another medium, which is via email.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is Jamie.
This will look like in the screen once you have filled in all the supervisor details and report duty forms. Okay, so they will show that you have successfully uploaded all the details in the portal.
Yes. All right. So this is where students, they wanted to change lah. If let's say after the date, after the letter has been out, that you have confirmed going to certain organizations, and then suddenly something happened, and then they said, okay, I have to change my mind, and of course there are things, procedures that you have to comply to. We don't stop.
Yeah, we are not. We do not actually encourage you to change organization, because it may actually have consequences for the organizations. Okay, but then a lot of students, they usually would like to apply to change organizations, and then you have to follow these procedures.
Yes, we understand there are some offers which is better than what better offer lah, I can say, better place, the place that you desire to work. We agreed, we accept that, but you need to follow this. That means you have to comply into 4 documents. The first documents is you have to officially write a letter to CYC director, and of course you have to get a release email or letter or any notification from that company saying that you are okay.
Written. As long as it's written.
Yeah, you need to have that okay sign from the company, and then the third document that you also need to show it to us where you're going by supplying to us their offer letter, the new company's offer letter, and finally you have to show to us that you have made a payment of processing fee to our Bendahari UUM with the amount of RM100.
Yes.
All right.
We will only proceed with the application once we have received these 4 documents.
Yes. All right. So next, what we're going to share is actually a territory. Under College of Art and Sciences, there are places that students are allowed to go. So it is very made clearly that for example, SMMTC and SOC here, they only allow students to do internship at states of Perlis, Kedah, Pulau Pinang, Selangor and Wilayah Persekutuan. Okay, this is for SQS. Right, and for School of Education, they actually allow students to go only in the area of Perlis and Kedah, and also SAPSP as follows lah. Right.
Now, if you think that you want to apply for places beyond these zones, you may do so, but then you must go through a proper channel. First, you must consult the dean of your respective school, and then please seek the approval from the CUIC director, and then you can go to a place that you would like to go.
Of course, you got to justify lah why that you have to go, out from the territory which is been approved. Next, we're going to share with you about internship abroad. You see, we have students who are even now they are in Taiwan. Local students. We have a lot of students who would like to secure places overseas. So we don't stop them. In fact, we encourage students because this is a better, experience that they can actually get. But of course, to do so, you've got to make sure that you comply to make sure that all documents submitted to us are in English, or even if it is not, you have to translate to English first, and then you have to attach with 6 important documents that we stated here. And importantly, I would like to highlight the insurance, because insurance coverage need to include medical as well as personal accidents, because when you are out there, there are a lot, you never know, anything could happen. So you have to make sure that medical and personal accidents are included inside your insurance policy. And of course, I would like to share with you some of a platform. This is one of the example of global talent platform organized by youth. They are NGOs, Yes. And there are teams in UUM. They call themselves Isaac. You can actually reach them, via HCP, or even if any of you interested to apply overseas and would like to get their assistance, you can actually scan this QR code and complete whatever information is needed, and they'll be in touch with you. Okay. So before anything, these are important things. When we manage students, we have a lot of issues and sometimes problems, hiccups, and also to protect, the grades and everything. We have few reminders lah for the students. Sometimes people tend to forget. First thing first, which is very important, students are prohibited to undergo their practicum in family-related organisation or family-owned business. You can't be having your father giving you marks, right? So the second one is, this is indirectly we are saying that family members are prohibited to interfere during the application of students' practical placements, and also you are encouraged to follow the report duty date lah. Okay, if you want to go early or later than that, that will cause a problem, because when especially when practicum is a credit paper, so time is, the duration is very important. We would like to highlight that.
Okay. Next, we may have students, right, who are pregnant or expected to deliver during the practicum. Now, for this group of students, you are advised to postpone your practicum. And finally, those students are also encouraged to secure their practicum placement as early as possible and to comply with the practicum important dates that we have mentioned earlier.
Okay. So before we end, I would like to also share some important details. For example, how do you be in touch with us? And of course, I believe there's so many questions. And for us at CUIC, we open our live comment via Facebook until 1 p.m. and after that you may be in touch with us via our email address, which is cuicnet@uum.edu.my, and for whatever updates that we're going to put in, we will post on our website,
website,
which is at cuic.uum.edu.my. Even the flowcharts. I know that some students, they email, they ask us questions about where do we turn to in terms of supervising, in terms of report and all that. You can be in touch with us as well, no problem.
Yes.
So in fact, the flowchart is prepared. Yeah, the flowchart for the students is prepared. We will get it endorsed and we will post it as soon as possible. We will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
we will entertain your comments, okay, through the comment boxes as soon as possible. Alright, by today.
Okay. So before we end our session, we, the team of CUIC here, would like to say something. Maybe. Okay, we at CUIC would like to say, stay safe,
take care, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Take care.
Okay, cepat.
Setengah jam kan? Sekejap kan?